I'm just so proud of this team because back when this team gathered on July 6th, we talked about this is a special group and we believe that we are going to have a long season and go deep into March. And I think throughout the game at different times, we faced a little bit of adversity and they kept believing in each other. And, I just, you come out against a team like that and, I think we shot the ball extremely well, but we wanted to hang our hat on defense and rebounding. And when you look at it, it looks like we had to get a couple stops and we got a couple steals that allowed us to get out and transition on them. And when that happened, I thought you just saw this team's like, this is our game. We're not going to be denied. And it's just this group is so, they're just resilient. They're just a resilient group that just whatever you want to throw at us, what do we got to do, coach? What do we need to do? And they're going to do it.
Jen, now do you think you're definitely in NCAAs?
I think so. I've thought we were an NCAA team from the get-go, and there's no way they can take that team after what we've done to them twice this year without taking the Deeks, bottom line, in my opinion. But a lot of people don't care about my opinion.
Jen, obviously it's a long game, but
Yes.
to have a player like Jewel get off to the kind of start she did shooting, how much does that help the confidence and get you, give you that kick start?
Oh, I think I think when we get a kid that kind of gets into that zone and, she knows we're all confident in her taking shots. And, sometimes we have to tell her when I'm talking about don't take early threes, I'm not talking to her. I'm talking to pretty much everybody else. But, once you see one or two going, we shot the ball really well yesterday in our open practice, playing with Spaldings for the first time. And, just when you play with that kind of confidence and when it leaves your hand, it's going in, as a team, we go 10 of 17 from the three. I thought that was huge for us against a team that's just big and tough and physical. So it was able to open up some things on the inside for us as well. And, when you look at a senior point guard that gets 12 assists and on the biggest stage there is, and then your senior post is a double-double, we did what we needed to do. And at different times we got a little frustrated, but we just settled in and said, you know what, I got this. So.
Hey, Coach, you can just see the emotion that you have right now after this game. And you can see it on the court as well that, this was probably the most emotion I've seen out of you and the team so far this year. Can you just talk about what this win means to you and the team?
I think this win meant the world to us, especially kind of coming off of what we went through just with such a rough trip last week to Florida. We were crushed when we went down there and got beat by a really tough Miami team celebrating senior night with 4 great seniors. So this team has this kind of grit, just the spirit about them that sometimes is a little quiet. So you don't see it, but we see it behind the scenes a lot. And this win from every player on this team, and even we had 2 that had to sit in the stands because they're hurt and they are not in our bubble. I could hear them screaming during the game, and it just means so much to each one of these players to celebrate what we were able to do together as a team. Our goal going in was to be the tougher team for 40 minutes, and and in the end, that's what it took.
Jen, the concern in the third quarter is UNC kind of fought back a little bit, gained a lead. You don't seem like you shied away from that, though.
I think what happened in the third a little bit is they got out in transition on us, and we knew that coming in. It was a big emphasis for us, and I thought we had done a pretty good job of keeping them out of transition in the first half. And they're a great team. They've got some experience on that team with Stephanie Watts and Petra and Janelle Bailey that understand what it means to play here. But they also got a lot of youth on that team that wants this to be a special place. But for 2 years in a row now, the Deeks have kind of ended their trips. I think that we knew in that second half, as soon as we could cut their transition game down, we were confident we could guard them in the half court.
Jen, how much did Gina Conti really kind of hold things together there at the end of the third? I think she had 5 straight points, an assist, and 2 steals to kind of get you back going again.
Yeah, again, that kid has been a warrior for us for all 4 years. She's pretty beat up on her body. I'm begging the officials to protect her. She get hit in the head and all this kind of stuff, but she doesn't care. She isn't going to whine about it. She isn't going to, everybody on this team today just said that whatever happens, I'm just going to keep fighting, and I'm going to she had to make some winning plays. Again, I thought the 2 steals, I think she had 2 steals back to back that I thought were huge for us. And that's what's special about this group. They know and trust that different people can carry us. I thought Liv Summiel's 3, we had a teammate that knew and trusted if I give her that pass, she's a good 3-point shooter. She's going to knock it down for us. Alex Scruggs' hard drives. She missed her first few, and I kept telling her, Alex, they're great looks. You're going to knock it down. And I think she made the hardest one she had to take. She made. So it's just this team, when they believe in each other, they have kind of a philosophy of being fun to play with and hard to play against. And today I thought they really, really did feed off of each other. I mean, we had 19 assists. That might be a record for us this year.
Jen, with today's win, you become the all-time winningest coach in Wake Forest women's basketball history. What does it mean for you to kind of lock that up on the day in which you get the win that very well might propel you to the NCAA tournament?
I will say the thing that matters to me the most about this win is 2 things. 1, I felt like it was the silly deal for the NCAA tournament. And 2, it was against Carolina. And 3, the kids I get to do it with, and my staff. I wouldn't get any of these wins if it wasn't for the team behind me, my family and everyone else included. It's just these kids, when we recruit them, we talk about having to build the respect and earning it and fighting for ourselves. And that's what this was about. It's the ACC tournament. It's Carolina. It's NCAAs. It's these kids. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I'm a pretty positive person to begin with, but it feels good to know that we get to go play again tomorrow. 4 teams are going home today, and we said we didn't want to be one of them.
Hey, Coach, Les alluded earlier to that momentum shift at the beginning of the 3rd quarter that kind of went UNC's way. I mean, how did you feel about that shift at the end of the 3rd quarter that came back in the way of you guys? I mean, could you feel that shift on the court when it came back in your way, the momentum shift?
Yeah, I could feel it a little bit. And I knew, we were able to kind of get a couple quick rest for a couple key people that I thought might be able to, and again, kudos to our kids that came in and were able, whether they got a rebound or Liv again hitting a 3. And, it's a total team effort. And when we're out there and these kids that play and start and feel all the energy that's coming off of that bench, it just gives you that little bit. I mean, I kept asking them in timeouts, are you tired? Because if you're tired, I can take you out. And nobody, and of course they're dead tired, but when you feel that kind of energy, there is no tired. There just isn't. There's still time on the clock, coach. What are you talking about tired? So, I did definitely feel the shift. I knew we had to take it back. They weren't going to give it back to us. And I felt like we made the winning plays that were able to kind of shift that momentum back to us. And then once we got it back, we held on to it.
Time for one more before we go over to the players.
Hey, Coach. This is hi. This is Chris Idell from Hermiston Radio in Baltimore. How you doing?
Good.
Congratulations on the win. Tomorrow. You have a whole full day getting ready for Louisville for tomorrow. At the same time, what is the difficulties against Louisville that you guys have to work on this afternoon?
Well, first thing we got to do is get these kids back to the hotel, get them some food, get them rested, get some ice baths / some Theragun therapies. Let them kind of celebrate this for a couple hours. I know some of them, they're going to probably be asking coaches already, can I watch film from the Louisville game? Can I see something? I need to see, can you send me a game? But Louisville obviously is a great team. Dana Evans, she made the play on us the first time. They're going to be ready for us, but I do think we have some confidence playing against them. We've tended to play them in some pretty close games. The biggest thing for us is to be rested and know that they're going to try to push it early on us to try to show that you don't have legs. And fortunately for us, we were here long enough last year to kind of find out the second day. It's once you get going, there's not much difference to it. It's so these guys, they'll refocus, and as a staff, we'll meet and kind of watch some Louisville film. They got a lot of great players, obviously, and we just got to kind of come in with the game plan ready to go and ready to attack them tomorrow.
All right.
Thanks. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Thanks,
Congrats,
guys.
Coach.
Help make those plays and then help get my teammates the ball so they can be successful and help our team be successful.
Gina, you and Ivana were really, really big on the free throw line at the end of the game, you only missed 1 free throw shot for the entire game as a team. How big was that down the stretch to get those shots off the line?
Yeah, coach just kept emphasizing we need to get the ball in the paint. They started to play zone, and we need to get paint touches in order to kick it out, and we attacked. And, we just played more aggressive, and then they fouled us, so then we had knocked on our free throws.
Gina, how confident are you guys to be in the NCAAs now?
our team's very confident. We believed in ourselves from the start when no one believed in us, but we fueled our own fire and we know we can do it. So don't count us out.
Gina, how special was Jewel's performance for you guys tonight?
Jewel was amazing. You know, she stepped up all year. You know, she's a big time player. And so we got to the ball. She was high, kept making plays. And so we got to the ball, found her, and she knocked it down like she always does.
When you have a teammate who's that hot that early, how much does that kind of help the confidence and kind of give you a little springboard to get, this thing going?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely helps with just running offense, it helps you with what plays to call, when to call them, and, just keep moving the ball. She was drawing a lot of defensive attention, which was opening up the inside as well. We got to the ball and she knocked them down. So that was very helpful.
Gina, when UNC started to grab that momentum again at the beginning of the third quarter, did you guys just ever have any concern about being able to make it back, or were you guys just going full fire?
No, our team coach kept emphasizing the transition defense. We need to get back. So it was just really communication, locking in on defense, playing off each other. I thought we were really big. And R2, when we went zone or we went man, we were really long. We were active. We were talking like crazy. So our team just kind of came together, and it was like a force field. I felt like we had. You can feel the energy within each other.
Anything else for Gina?
Gina, I got one last thing. Obviously, you face the Cardinals tomorrow. They're a team that you played to the very end and probably feel like you should have grabbed a victory earlier this season. What's the key to preparing for them, and how can you make the final outcome a little bit different?
Yeah, Louisville, obviously they're a great team. I think our team, we just got to play together. We're going to watch film tonight, watch the scout film and all that and really lock in. But, the outcome didn't end how we wanted it last time, but that's what March is about. And so I'm excited for tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, Gina.
Thank you, guys.
With that,
Thank you, Gina. Appreciate it.
go to freshman Jewel Spear here for her set of questions, and we'll open it up as soon as you guys are ready here.
Hey, Jewel, are you still feeling it? Are you still open? Are you draining threes right now?
No, I'm done.
Do you have anything left for tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
What was it like out there to be like that on fire? And have you had an experience like that before in your career?
Not in the college career, more so high school, but it was exciting. My teammates were finding me and they were just telling me to keep shooting, which gives me confidence all the time. So all credit to them.
Coach said that you were shooting well at practice yesterday. Did you kind of feel it coming in that this was going to be that kind of game? And she also mentioned the Spalding balls. Did it just feel good out of your hand?
I mean, you could say that. I've never really played with Spalding, usually like Wilson or Adidas, but I guess you can say that. But yeah, we all had a great practice yesterday and we shot really well. So it just came into today.
Jewel, did the fact that you were hot shooting the ball early in the game, did that kind of change how you were planning on playing on offense? Like, were you confident taking more shots because you were hitting them?
Yes, you can say that. I was more confident. Like I said, my teammates just told me to keep shooting and they were creating shots for me. So they were driving and kicking. And when I was open, I just shot it. So.
And then, Jewel, I don't know if you know, that was a career high for you tonight in college. You had, or I guess today, you had 29 points, which is 5 more than your career high. I mean, how important was that to you? And then just getting that ball in the hoop so many times, how much did that mean to you in today's game?
It meant a lot, but more so the win, because my goal is to get to the March Madness. So, I mean, yeah, it's great to have 29 points or whatever I had. But like I said, all credit to my teammates. And all I was trying to do was to win, and we won. So that's all I care about.
Joel, you kind of touched on it. You just wanted to win, but to get the win the way you did, the way you played, your team is moving on, and hopefully you're going to March Madness now. What does it mean that you were able to do it on this stage?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. It was my first game here. I had my family here, and we had our fans here, so it was exciting. It really was.
Anything else for Jewel? All right. Thanks, Jewel.
Thank you, Jewel. Congrats on the win.
All right. And finally, we'll go to Senior. Ready.
Hello.
Ivana, congrats on the win. Another double-double for you tonight. I believe that was, another double-double tonight. I mean, how big was that for you, just having the battle inside the paint all game and just the battle in the game in general against UNC?
North Carolina is really good on offensive rebounder, and we wanted to limit them. Our key to the game, it was own the glass. So I was just going for the box outs and just like grabbing the rebounds. And on offensive end, I was just attacking how much I could.
Ivana, today also marked Jen Hoover becoming the all-time winningest coach in Wake Forest program history. What was it like to help deliver that victory and put her over the top while also potentially securing a shot at the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, we are so proud of Coach. She always have a great advices and everything. And I hope it's not the end. I hope she gets more wins. And of course, March Madness is our goal. And this tournament is a great opportunity to come a little bit closer to that.
Ivana, how much does it help your confidence as a team when you have a teammate like Jewel making all those shots early and kind of getting into a rhythm?
Yeah, it helps really a lot, actually. She's a great three-point shooter. So we wanted to find her because, I mean, when you have a teammate that is that hot with the three-point shot, you always want to find, so you get easy baskets and you go play defense again. And she obviously, she was the emphasis of the defense, so we could get more shots, easier shots than we could definitely before.
And this is the second year in a row you guys have beaten North Carolina in the first round of this tournament. Is that becoming a Wake Forest March tradition?
I hope so. I hope so.
Ivana, we saw a lot of emotion from Coach Hoover on the court and then in the post-game conference. I mean, how important was this win, not only for Coach Hoover, but also for you guys, just getting that win and getting over the mountaintop here a little bit at the beginning of the tournament?
I think it gives us so much confidence because we want to get in March Madness, and also it's North Carolina, you know, like we beat them once, but we lost once that we should have win that game too. And also, I mean, it's a first game, you don't want to go home first.
And then last question for me, do you guys feel like as a team that you belong in March Madness this year?
Yeah, I think so that we belong, and I think we proved it too.
All right. Anything else for Ivana here? All right. Thanks, Ivana.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ivana. Congrats on the win.